Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Anime Overanalyst here, and today I'm going to be watching another episode of The World Ends With You, the anime. Or, yeah, the animation, as apparently this site calls it. So, before I begin, I do want to say a couple things that's a little bit on my mind about this anime. I am recording this episode pretty much immediately after I recorded my reaction for the previous episode. It's only been about 20 minutes between recordings. However, I've scrolled through some comments and some, reviews over the first episodes, and some people are really bringing up a good point, which is that they're flying through this anime. And I kind of brought it up in my reaction to the first episode. Basically, this pacing needs to slow down. Literally, the entire point of the game is to kind of get absorbed into the world day by day. And I think they really missed some opportunities in that first episode to really explore the world more. Instead, they kind of tried rushing through the plot a little bit. I'm hoping that they slow down here. I hope they're not going to pull a Promised Neverland where they try to do a whole long story arc snubbed into like 12 to 13 episodes. I really do not hope. I can see them trying to put the entire game into a season. I can see it. I personally would like to see it into 2 seasons. Like, yeah, 2 to 3 seasons. I can see 3 seasons personally if they do this right. I think this would be a great anime if it slowed down. A nice slow paced anime where they really flesh out the world, flesh out each characters. And yeah. So that's kind of my worry just going into this second episode. Like I stated before, I think the animation is pretty decent for the most part. I hope that they don't drop the frame rates during the fight scenes, because that's kind of the thing that was kind of annoying me the most when watching that. And I hope that they kind of change up the fighting sequences, because the first 3 or 4 fights in that first episode, which in my opinion was almost too many fights, it was just kind of like talk fight, talk fight, talk fight, which is kind of like how the game is a little bit, but I kind of wish that they lengthen the fight sequences and really, really show just kind of like the different strategies to take when defeating some of these opponents. Just kind of my 2 cents. Anyways, let's. Alright. You have 4 days. Ooh, I'm liking this animation for this intro here. Okay, it's a wonderful. We're getting a whole new opening here. It's a different opening. Interesting. But it fits the vibe so well. Hello. Hey, Ram. I wonder, this song, it's. The instrumental is very much the game. Very, very much the game. Twister anime. Well, it looks like the animation's picking up a little bit, or it could just be the opening. Like, the openings are usually a different department anyways. I like it. I like it, you know? It's very much the anime. Very much the game. Interesting that they cut the music out when Beat and Rhyme shows up. I noticed this in the last episode. Ooh, I'm liking the vibe of this OST going on here. And this is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting them to slow it down, have some more character interactions. This is amazing. And this is a new scene. This wasn't in the game, because this interaction was only between Shiki and Neku. Actually, okay, I was talking. What did he say? Sorry, I was talking. I was talking and she said something important. Oh, don't know what it's like to have a dream. Oh, I love her voice actor. It's so adorable. The animation is so much cleaner in this episode. I like that. Not saying anything. 10-4. 104. It's the 104 building, not 10-4. Interesting that they cut out the music there too. It's just the music placement's interesting. It was mentioned in the last episode too, if you're paying attention. Mm-hmm.
そういえば、その服自分で作ったって売り物だと思ってた。
Yep. Like I mentioned in my last reaction, pay attention to clothing in this anime because it's super, super important, especially in this anime. Clothing, it meant a whole lot in the game. The game had a lot to say about fashion trends. And so I'm curious where the anime is going to take it, because they may just keep the same outfits for the main characters, but might be keeping an eye out for like some of like these normal people, what they wear, because yeah, just gonna keep a nice eye out for clothing, because clothing means a lot. I'm liking the more internal dialogue, because Neku thinks to himself a lot. He's a big thinker. I love the graffiti. I remember these two. I really wish that they make the noise more of a threat. They're not really threatening right now. This ability, I used to spam that ability so much. They really like giving him fire. Very Natsu-esque. Jealousy. Yeah, it's a very interesting tag. 777 tickets, if you had noticed. Yeah. I like how the noise followed her. And I like how they're still all over the place, because that was how the game was. We got the calling again. God, I love that song. I love Calling so much. It's such a fun song to listen to. I hope I don't get like blocked for this song. You have 3 days. Man, they're blowing through. At least they slowed down here. Yep, you were a little bit. I just wish they spent more time developing their relationship. Oh, I saw a Jupiter monkey. These guys. I remember them too. Not spoiling anything, but I remember these guys. The red pins. Welcome to the invisible walls. Wonder if they're going to introduce the people who help them. Yes. Yes. These guys are real interesting. These are a special type of Reapers. Really like them. So you got the player pin and the one that... Yep. Yeah, why do you, Neku, have 2 player pins? You're cheerful again. That voice actor sounds familiar. I might look him up later. Oh, I think he was in Dr. Stone. I think he's the guy who ate like the coffee grass. Neku's reaction. Oh, I love it. And everyone's got the red pins now. Gotta keep that in mind as well. Yeah, you start to realize that a lot of people are connected in this anime. That's just like... Alright. That's right. You may have screwed something up. You got a big boy coming. And everyone can see that. I don't remember everyone being able to see it. Wow. That just murked a whole bunch of people.
消される。
Was he really in this episode? Or in this part of the game? I'm not gonna comment on who that is, but I don't remember him being this early on. It might be. He might have been, but I don't remember him being this early. I also saw D&B. I'm just gonna point out every time I see a retailer that I remember. It didn't seem like just players there. Yes, Shiki, shape up.
うまくやってると。
No, you could strengthen up a little bit. I really do. I like how they're building things up. I wish it was a little bit more gradual.
お前は結構。
Pretty amazing, or just and
あり
pretty.
がとう。
You're also pretty.
少しの間なのに
Pretty.
もうあんな失敗はしたくないんだ。
Yeah, that's pretty legit there, Neku. I saw a guy with a hood down.
やっぱ悩んでるなら聞くよ。どうしてもったいないよ。
エリどうして友達の考えてること違うのエリが私のこと本当はどう思ってたのか知るのが怖いの
Oh,
将来
it's true though, you know.
四季がいないとダメなんだ四季ってすごいんだよしたアイデアを全部服にしちゃうの器用で繊細で頑張り屋で私より才能あったと思うでもうまく伝えられなくてすごく傷つけちゃった服のデザインがうまくできないって悩んでたのだからそんなに悩むくらいならってつもりでデザインやめたらって言っちゃったんだお裁縫上手なんだしってすぐに謝ろうとしたの明日会ったら朝一番に謝ろうってけどもう
Yep.
会えなくなっちゃった
Yep.
私のデザインした服は四季が作ってくれて初めてこの世に生まれるの四季がいないとダメなのそんな風に思っててくれたんだ二人で作った服でいろんな人を元気にしたいってけど
I love this OST too. It's so nice.
私たちの夢だよエクやっぱり
So yes, if you're a little bit confused, like I said in the last episode, think of Neku and Shiki as ghosts. They're kinda dead. Dead. So yeah. It's kind of implied what Shiki does in the game. I believe it's implied that she committed suicide. Yeah. Don't quote me on that one, but yeah, I think that's kind of what happened. And the reason why Shiki looks like Eri is because Eri is everything Shiki wanted to be. So when she became part of the game, she got kind of molded into what she wanted herself, like the image that she wanted of herself. That's kind of how that happened. So in a way, this is not what Eri actually looks like. She looks like a different person. And I don't think do we ever see her original form? I don't know. So I'm not going to quite say that, but yeah. I know it's a little bit confusing, and it doesn't help that in my mind I'm thinking that this character, the one on screen, I keep wanting to say this is Eri and the one in real life is Shiki. And so I don't think that's it. I'm gonna just shut up talking now because it's gonna start getting a little bit confusing. But we're gonna just say, for the purposes of this anime, Eri's the human in real life, and this is
でも覚えて
Shiki.
ないこれは死神ゲームそして私のエントリー料は用紙
Entry fee was my
今の
appearance.
私は
She's literally
エリ
explaining
の姿なんだ
what I just said.
死神ゲームは
It's an
生き返りの
expectation
座を
of
狙う
screen
参加者
players
たち
who
を選
want
別する審査
resurrection.
私は事故で死んだ
Yes.
の
Okay, died in an accident. Yes. You are both that. Congratulations, Neku. Now we're gonna get some ED visuals. I always like watching ED visuals because they're always usually tame. And I just kind of like the subtle differences they usually do in the endings. And I just love the soft vibes that EDs usually go. I love EDs. Oh, this one's a good one too. I'm just enjoying the vibe here. Hello, mister. What's he holding there? I don't recognize that. Hey, where's Mr. Mew? And yes, Tetsuya Nomura was the original creator designer. Like, he was the one that made the art for these creators. So yes, if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, then you know who Tetsuya Nomura is. He's the director of... Kingdom Hearts is his brainchild. Next time, Erased. So, yes. So yeah, thoughts about this second episode. So... once again, I think it's a little bit fast-paced, but I do like that they slowed it down a little bit. They only did 2 days in this one. I still think that what they should be doing is 1 day per episode and really, really going into the world building, I think. They're doing decently with the characters. I think that if they add in some more, because there's a lot of subplots in the game. There is quite a lot of subplots, and they all tie together really beautifully. And you kind of see a couple here, like 777. You got to see AI and the prince and, all those characters. And I think that if they slowed it down, maybe even include some filler characters. This is where I'm thinking some originality really comes into play if done correctly. If they take quite a different original route and add some original content to lengthen each episode out, I think that could really do well and just really expand on the world, because we're not really getting the paths that these people have to take in order to get from point A to point B. Because in the original game, sometimes you have to go to one end of Shibuya, complete a task for a Reaper, then go to the other end of Shibuya, complete another task for a Reaper, and then finish the mission. So they're kind of bypassing that a little bit and just saying they're just going straight to the end of the mission, which kind of makes me sad a little bit, because they somewhat showed the invisible walls and how much of a pain they could be, but then they just had a Reaper tear it down. Whereas in the game, you'd have to do a task for that, that guy in red. And that the tasks are sometimes really stupid, like complete this quiz, 3-question quiz, multiple choice, the owner of this restaurant's name is blank, and then you just say A, B, C, or D. So, it could be, you get some really stupid challenges like that. Some of them it's defeat this noise. And so, something like that, I think, could be illustrated even better. They could even have some side quests going where it's there's one where it's find the noise in a statue. I believe that's in day 2. They could have shown that. You know where I'm going here? They have a lot of possibility to add in some decent fluff. And you when you think of filler, you're ew, no filler, please. No, you never want people don't normally want filler, because filler tends to draw things out. However, the way that the game is structured and the way that the story is structured, where you can have 1 or 2 days in an episode, kind of like this episode, you could do that and just kind of progress through the season. Because really, it's not like you're going through 100 days. You're not. It's really just you could just do like day, 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 day. You know what I mean? And just really explore the world. And like some of the best fillers out there, like I'm thinking Black Clover, for example, has some really good filler arcs out there because they really expand on the world and the characters. They kind of add a little bit more depth to each character. And that's what I really, really think each episode could really use in this anime is just some more depth. Maybe have an episode where it's just rhyme and beat, for example, or have like I don't know, 10-minute scene of just them. That's possible, you know. There's so many different avenues that this anime could go to, and it just feels like they're focusing way too heavily on the plot. That's just kind of my 2 cents, I suppose. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Am I wrong? Did I miss something? I'm just a dude who's like to watch anime. So yeah, for now, I've been the anime overanalyst. I've been the anime over analyst, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.